theme is hand washing for a healthy community.
So we're going to start with the importance of frequent hand washing. And the first importance is hand washing helps prevent spread of infectious diseases.
These are the diseases which can be passed from one person to another, e.g. cholera. If we wash our hands regularly, we will be preventing such diseases.
The second importance is it helps prevent the spread of germs like bacteria and viruses.
Through regular hand washing, one may prevent the contamination of the food when touching the food, hence prevent bacteria and viruses.
The next importance is prevention of diarrhea and uncomfortable intestinal diseases.
Through hand washing, we will remove dirt in our hands. Hence, when we eat food when our hands are clean. Hence, it prevents diarrhea and uncomfortable diseases.
Another importance is it helps to avoid common eye infections like the pink eye, which may result from touching your eye with a dirty hand. So if you wash your hands, you will prevent the disease of pink eye. Another point is obstruction of respiratory tract infections like flu, which is being transmitted through dirty hands. And the next importance is it helps in reduction of the bacteria content on your hands, thus reducing bacteria content and viruses infections. The other importance is hand washing helps one to maintain personal health hygiene. And the last importance is it helps in creating a safer working environment for medical staff and the parents. So we are going to discuss about the appropriate processes of hand washing. And before you wash your hand, you make sure you gather all the materials required for washing your hands. So the materials include the soap. We have the running water. This one here. You should have the running water.
Then you should have the towel. After you've washed your hands, you should wipe your hand with the towel.
And then you can also have a basin here so that the running water can get inside there so that you may. So we are going to demonstrate the process followed for washing hands. First,
Wet your hands with a little bit of water.
yes, the first one, you wet your hands with a little bit water. Then
Apply soap and rub your hand palm to palm.
you apply the soap. Then you rub your hands palm to palm like this. You can see how I'm doing. You rub your hands palm to palm. And then
Rub the back of each hand with your fingers interlaced.
you rub the back of your palm with your fingers interlaced both sides. After rubbing the other side, then you continue to the other side. Then
Rub your palms together with your fingers interlaced. Then you rub the back of your finger with the palm of your other hand with hands and repeat.
as I'm doing, you repeat several times to remove the bacteria and the germs that may be present within the palm of your hands.
Then rub the tips of your fingers on each hand.
You rub the tips of your fingers on each hand. You start with the left one, then you move to the right one. You rub them very gently to remove the germs. You take time while rubbing so that all the fingers, the tips of the fingers are rubbed appropriately.
Then rub each wrist with your opposite hand.
Then you go to the part of the hand, the wrist. You rub with the opposite hand, the way I'm doing. You rub very gently to remove all the dirt that may be present. Then you change to the other wrist as well. You rub appropriately to remove all the germs. You don't rush while rubbing. Just clean it. Make it clean. And
Rinse well with water.
then you open your running water. Then you rinse every part that you washed very well. You Make sure you clean your hand, all the soaps are gone. Then
Dry your hands thoroughly with a clean cloth or paper towel.
after you've rinsed your hand, you take your clean towel, then you dry your hands. You make sure the towel should be clean, and then you wipe your hands appropriately. Start.
So we are going to talk about the critical times to wash hands. And critical times, this is the time that we should wash our hands after performing a certain activity. And the first point, we should always wash our hands after using the toilet. Okay, after using the toilet, e.g., if you went to desiccate or urinate, you should always wash your hands so that you may prevent contamination of construction of the diseases and viruses. The next one, before serving food. This is when after the food has been cooked, you should ensure that you wash your hands before you serve the food to avoid contaminating the food. That one you will be preventing various diseases. The next one, after cleaning a child's bottom.
So, after cleaning a child's bottom or changing the nappies of a child, you should always clean your hands before doing any other activity.
The next one, before feeding a child. Okay, before you feed a child, you should wash your hands to prevent contaminating the food which the child is going to eat. The next one, before eating and after eating. Before eating and after eating, you should wash your hands first for you to not to contaminate the food. So you should always ensure that your hands are clean before you eat and after eating. The next one, before preparing food.
So, if you want to prepare any food, so before preparing any food, you should wash your hands first to prevent the contamination of the food.
The next one, before and after caring for someone home who is sick with vomiting or diarrhea. Okay, before you care for someone who is sick at home, who is vomiting or diarrheaing, for you to be safe, you should wash your hands so that you may prevent the spread of diseases. And the last point is before and after treating a cut or wound. This is to a person who maybe has been cut by maybe a sharp object. You should ensure that your hands are clean for you not to contract the disease. So you should ensure that after treating that wound, you should wash your hands to avoid contracting the diseases.
So, we should always wash our hands for a healthy living. Healthy living, healthy community.